I keep trying to tell you, stats merchants, geeks, nerds, and these stupid mathematicians are not football fans. Watch the games. It's not about numbers and stats, it's about the eye test and how you play the damn freaking game. Can I just put one thing to rest? Can I just put one thing to rest? I'm not a Messi glazer. I'm not. Because I know what people will say. Oh my gosh, this guy, he's so obsessed with Messi. You never say anything good about Cristiano. It's always Messi, 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 no, Cristiano. If you've watched this channel for a long enough time, you would know that way back in 2016, I made a thing saying that, this whole Messi Ronaldo thing, I'm not part of it. It's a myth. Messi has always been the better player. I'm not a Messi glazer. I'm not a Cristiano glazer. If you know me well enough, you will know that my GOAT is R9, Ronaldo Nazario. That is my GOAT. That is the best football player I've ever seen in my life. And that will still remain the best football player I've ever seen in my entire life. So it has nothing to do with me being a Messi guy or Cristiano. I am not a Messi guy. I'm not a Cristiano guy. I'm a football guy. I'm here for footballing truth. So me saying that Messi is better than Cristiano has nothing to do with me being a Messi glazer, because I'm not. It's just because this is the home of football analysis. I'm a football fan, and I'm only here to give you the footballing truth. If you don't want to accept the footballing truth, that's on you. That's on you. I couldn't give a damn. I'm not sad enough to be tribal. I'm like, I've got to defend my guy. Yes, I've got to defend. I'm Christian. I've got to defend Messi. No. I hate you, Messi fanboys. I hate you, Cristiano fanboys. I am a fanboy. I'm a football fanboy. That's the only fanboy I believe. I'm a footballing fanboy. It is what it is. So I just want to just put that out there. So your boy Messi has been talking because, of course, the World Cup is coming up. They're talking about whether he's going to make the World Cup or not. And bro, mate, you're making that World Cup, okay? You're going to be at that World Cup. But I thought he said something very interesting. And this is something I always believed. I always believed this because, and it's something we'll come back to, when people talk about his best season. And people always look at, oh my gosh, it was 11-12 when he scored 91 goals. I'm old school. And I think Messi understands the old school rules because he understands the lineage. I'll talk about the lineage, what I mean by that. And when you understand the lineage, you understand the ground rules, the blueprints, the old school rules, you'll realize that it's not about the numbers or the stats or the records. That's this new modern hipster thing. It's about football. It's about football. And only if you're old school and you understand football will you know that no, it's about what you do on that damn pitch. You have to look at what you do with those damn eyes. Because we're gonna refer to your boy. We're gonna refer to, because he's gonna be very key. This dude here is gonna be very key in this vid. But let's look at what your boy Messi said. Lionel Messi on records. I don't think I need to make a key pass to score a goal to reach the record to surpass that player. Today, people focus too much on statistics and records. Today, people focus too much on statistics and records. I thought it was about trophies. Because I always say to people that, what would you rather have? 100 goals a season, you don't win the World Cup or the UCL. 10 goals a season, all your goals come in critical games, in a semi and a final, and you win that UCL, you win that World Cup. If you choose the former, you sniff cocaine. If you choose the latter, you understand the game. Simple as that. Either you sniff cocaine or you understand the game. Because last I checked, this is the trophy business. People want to make this the stats business. That will never change. This will always and forever be the trophy business. Hurricane, are you listening? Are you listening? Um, and personally, I don't like statistics very much. I live the game and enjoy it, and I love being decisive and participating in a lot in the flow of the match. But I don't play for that, and I never give it any importance. Things happen as a natural result, not because I was thinking in my head that I have to make a pass or score a goal to achieve a record or surpass someone. Things happen because they happened. See, it's low hanging fruit. It's low hanging fruit. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. You can read between the lines and say, is he taking a shot at someone? And I've said this for a long time, and again, this is so tiresome. I can't wait until they both retire. Go look at my video in 2016. It was never a debate. It was never a discussion. The only guy close to Messi was Neymar, and also Agi Hazard. Agi Hazard. But in a footballing sense, the only guy that could talk to Messi in a footballing conversation was Neymar. And I think that's, which is why I talk about the lineage. Talk about the lineage here. Messi was only concerned about this guy. You see, people wanted to create something that did not exist. Hear me and hear me well. Messi did not look at Cristiano as a rival. He did not. Because Messi knew what he was. Similar to what Ronaldo Nazario knew what he was. Dino knew what he was. Neymar knows what he is. There are certain players that come through where, oh yeah, they're that guy. No offense to a Cristiano or a Hazard or a Kaka or a Baggio or any of these really quality players. You see, Cristiano is a tier 1 player. Tier 1. At his best, he's a tier 1 player. Same thing as like a Baggio. Baggio is a tier 1 player. Hazard is a tier 1 player. But there's that elite class, which is the Pele, the Maradona, the Ronaldo Nazario, the Zidane, the Neymar, the Messi. So Messi knew that, no, I'm not battling with a tier 1 guy. I'm battling with an elite guy. I'm not battling with a tier 1 guy. I'm battling with a chief Oga. Because the chief Ogas, it's a small pool of people. And those chief Ogas is the Pele, it's the Maradona, it's the Neymar, it's the Ronaldo Nazario. That is a very small school of people, which are those all-time talents, those all-time players. So in Messi's Maradona is the guy that's the shadow I'm trying to chase. And Maradona, his greatness had nothing to do with the stats. Absolutely nothing. Maradona was all about, he's here to help us win this game. He's here to help us win this trophy. So, critical game, big time boom. I'm here to help you win this World Cup. I'm here to help you win this European trophy. That's what he's here for. I'm here to help you win this league title. It was never a numbers thing. And for the great players, it was never about stats. Pele's greatness isn't about his goals. And Pele's greatness was never about his goals. It was about, this was a 16-year-old World Cup winner. This is a guy who at 29 years old, 12 years later, said what's up with another World Cup, scoring in 2 different World Cup finals. Teenage prodigy, and came back as a 29-year-old. That's his greatness. What he did for Santos, that's his greatness. Nothing to do with numbers. Same thing with Maradona, had nothing to do with numbers. So I think, which is why, and I knew this for a long time now, bro, these Ballon d'Ors, these statistics, no. Messi knew that, no, what I need is that damn World Cup. Everything else, that's nice and extra because you need that just for your overall legacy. So you need the Champions Leagues and you need the league titles. You need those. But you need that Copa America. You need that World Cup. And when it comes to those tournaments, it's pure kid. Because this is not the time to... Stats padding and World Cup they don't go into one. And that's why Kane will always struggle. Because when it comes to a World Cup, it's pure gid. Start panning, that's for the league. That's for the league. And maybe for the UCL, but really for the league. When it comes to the World Cup, these international tournaments, it's about who you are as a person. It's about your character. It's about your individuality, and it's about your greatness. It's about your greatness. But I think, you see, for Messi, it's just extra that he does have the numbers. He does have the stats. He does have the goals and assists. But what he said is just so very key, because I think what is ruining football discourse now is guys will use numbers to talk about how great a player is. Erling Haaland is not in any greatness footballing discussion. He's not, and he never will be. Because no matter how many goals he scores, as a football player, he's not in the same existence or stratosphere as Pele, Maradona, Messi, Neymar, and he never will be. So all Haaland will be is potentially the greatest goal scorer we've ever seen. That's it. But in terms of a football player, an overall footballing player, no, because football is more than numbers. Football is more than numbers. So are you saying that De Bruyne is a better footballer than Dino because De Bruyne has more assists and goals? Is De Bruyne a better midfielder than Iniesta because De Bruyne has better assists and goals? Because I believe De Bruyne's numbers are better than Iniesta and Ronaldinho's numbers for pure numbers, and Zidane. But nobody that has half a brain cell is putting De Bruyne in the same existence as a Zidane or as a Dino. You're not doing that. So again, just for me, because guys, I'm old school, and I think the beauty of this channel is the debates we'll always have of like how I grew up and the modern people. Because for people today, it's all about numbers. I see it on Twitter, numbers. And these guys didn't watch the game. Because guys are like, oh no, I have Mob. And who scored? Because who scored has the goals, the assists, the key passes, and the ratings. There are things that you view in a match that can't be seen in numbers, and that's the beauty of the game. And what Messi is talking about is that natural occurrence that happens that is beyond these numbers. Because if all you're doing is, I need to get that assist, I need to get that goal, you're not a footballer. You're a stats merchant. If all you're about are just chasing numbers and just chasing records, and you're not actually trying to help your team win a game over 90 minutes, you're a stats merchant. You're not a footballer. A footballer doesn't care about records or numbers. A footballer, an elite footballer, is how can I help my team win? I want my team to win. Okay, I scored 3 goals. My team lost. You lost. Hey, but I scored 3 goals. No. Fine, you scored 3 goals. Did you win the match? No, I didn't. But I got my 3 goals. No. If you are happy with 3 goals, but your team lost, you're a stats merchant. You are. Because again, it depends on who you are. If you're a stats merchant, it's fine. Don't talk about being an elite player. The elite players, their focus is how can I help my team win in these 90 minutes of football. And as I always said to people, is like, people say, okay, what's the hardest thing to do in football? And guys will say scoring a goal. I disagree. If you look at the very best players in the world, a big part of their game was dribbling. Specifically when you talk about forward players, because I want to respect your boy, Bart Simpson, Maldini, Beckenbauer, who are still great players in their own right for their position. But if you look at Nazario, Maradona, Neymar, Dino, a big part of the game, and Messi, is dribbling. The hardest thing to do in football, and anybody who plays football will know, the hardest thing to do in football is to dribble multiple people in a singular motion. That is almost as hard as scoring it. Because put it this way, dribbling people, several people in a multiple motion, that is a lot harder than scoring a tap in. I'm sorry, it is. Now, right position, right time, but to dribble 4, 5 people in one motion is a lot harder than scoring a tap in. And Messi did that on multiple occasions. And he'd do that, and it would end in a goal. If you've played football, That is very hard to do. To dribble past two, three, four, five people and then score. Or just to dribble past two, three, four, five people multiple times, that is very hard to do because that takes extreme technical skill of the highest value. Because the beauty of football is a very hard sport. I love basketball. That's my second favorite sport. Basketball is easier than football. Like, I think Dennis Rodman on the Last Dance, he said, no, basketball is easy. Basketball, it's easy. Now, there are aspects that are hard when you go to those tougher games, but the basics of basketball is easy. Football is a hard sport. It's because football requires a lot of your technical skill. And I think my brother even said it to me that basketball, you're using your hands. Do you know how hard it is to have control with your feet? We use our hands every day to pick up stuff. to pick up stuff. To have that kind of control with your feet is very hard. So what Messi was doing on a technical level is very difficult. But I think that when you watch those games, beyond the goals and assists, it's how a guy affects the game over 90 minutes. So whether it was Ronaldo Nazario, Zidane, Dino, Neymar, Messi, for 90 minutes, they're a constant threat in the game. That's greatness. Other guys, they're just there just to finish. They're not a constant threat. They're just there to finish, and they're relying on others to put them in a position to finish. But these great players, this less than 1%, these elites, the elite class, they are there to fully be a constant threat for the best part of 90 minutes. These are the chief guys. And if you reduce football just down to statistics, you take the beauty out of the game. And again, that has been the sad thing about why it's been hard even watching football now. There's still Yamal, there's still Musiala, there's still Vitinha, there's still Pedri, there's still Cole Palmer, there's still Reece James, there's still some quality players out there. But football is robotic. And a lot of football right now is just down to data, statistics. So for guys like me, I'm sorry, there's some games that are great to watch. A lot of games are boring. I'm like, this is boring, this is predictable, this is robotic. Where are the dribblers? Where are the individuals? Where are the number 10s? Where are the guys who are given a free role? Where are the risk takers? Because how many players today say, I want to watch that other player play? They're very few. Again, Pedri, Yamal, Palmer, Vitinha, potentially Esteval, Vini. There are very few, your boy Mbappe. There are very few players who are like, I want to watch them play based on the kinds of things that they will do. Like, I would tune in every single week because I know that Marcelo's going to do something in this game. Dribblers are what makes things exciting. The big reason about Ronaldinho was, who is Ronaldinho going to adopt this week? Ronaldinho was going to give you an adoption, at least one adoption every game. He averaged, that's what, it's XA. Not expected, that says expected adoptions. Dino's expected adoptions was like 5.7. 5.7 were his expected adoptions. So and my issue right now is that who are the guys who this guy's gonna adopt? Messi was adopting guys. Bro, Messi has more than 3 or 4 kids. Messi has about 50 kids, bro. Messi has at least 50 to 100 kids. Because he adopted guys constantly. James Milner is his child. James Milner is Messi's biological child because I saw what he did to freaking Milner. Milner's not recovered. His name is James Messi. I don't know his name is James Messi. So my issue right now is the excitement is gone because everything is about you need to complete your pass. You need to complete the possession. You need to meet all these data things because afterwards you're like, okay, how many times did you lose the ball? How many times did you complete the pass? You cannot if you're not giving guys the freedom, where is the beauty? Guys, the beauty is being taken out of the game, man. So statistical. So as I'm watching football, I'm like, guys, football is not fun anymore. There are some fun guys out there, but we can't take the beauty out of the game. Bring back the dribblers, bring back the adopters, give me back my number 10s. How are we living in a world where James Rodriguez can't find a team? How? How are we live in a world where Ozil couldn't find a team? How are we live in a world where there's not a number 10? How are we live in a world where players cannot be given a free role to interpret and do things and take risks? How are we living in a footballing world where risks don't exist? So it's so important that Messi said that, because it's like, you can't be chasing stats. You can't. That's not football. That is not football. Chasing stats, records, and everything. That's disgusting if that is what you're about. It's about playing the damn game. It's about enjoying the damn game. It's about the beauty of the damn game, and it's about the freaking eye test, man. To get that ball right there into the sweet spots, the margin of error is freaking minuscule. But again, guys, we're dealing with the dog. I told you, my goals are different. My goals are different. So
name me three players. Name me three Corinthian players.
20. Okay, so shut up. Silva, Rodriguez, and Santos. What's it called? So 2013 Bayern.
Yes. 2013 Bayern. These guys go too much into the whole league thing. Madrid finished 3 points off Atletico in 2014.
But
so it's not like it was a
No,
big...
wait. Okay. Wait, hold on. On the Twitter, this is perfect. We're actually using your name. The ones we named are undisputed. This one is disputed. Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.